one of the things that we'd all spoken a lot about was trying to build in really simple physical activity in every single day of the programme. So as part of the challenge, now again, there are students who will love to do loads of this, and they might want an hour a day to be this kind of activity. That you might break that into 2 half hours at the beginning of the day, at the end of the day. One particular programme now that they have a lot of experience in, and I know your own children have used this programme in primary school, and Hannah, you've used it a lot in primary school. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that particular programme?
Yeah, so this is it's a website. If there's any teachers watching it, I'm sure many of you will know of this. It's called Go Noodle, and it's basically a website with just lots and lots and lots of different types of movement activities on it. So many, they suit so many different interests in children. It's very child oriented, and from a teaching perspective, you know, I've used it in the classroom where, you know, you have 25, 30 kids that are using it together. Really helpful for movement breaks throughout the day. Really helpful for if you're stuck inside because it's wet and you can't go outside, that you can do activities that are totally facilitated on this website. A lot of kids really like it because they can kind of choose their avatar at the beginning, and then the more they engage with the program, the avatar, the more points they get, the avatar grows, and then it transforms into different versions of itself. So there's that kind of element of competition in it as well. One of the really nice things about it is the selection of activities. It's not just one particular type. There's dance, there's yoga, and there's kind of fitness, there's almost indoor gym classes, indoor fitness circuits, and then there's activities that for some children maybe who aren't the biggest fans of movement or of physical activity, they're done very much through a story, so they're getting that physical activity without it being very obvious, and it's a really, really nice website to use with, you know, lots and lots of choice on it. And I know, Anne, you were saying earlier that your own children use it themselves. It doesn't have to be just in a classroom with a teacher. And
no, you can create your own account, and another thing as well, I suppose, is they're short.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're easy to fit into the day, and there's music there as well. Like if they're not really into the physical activity, or that's a bit of a challenge for them, the music can also be the inspiration for them to get up and do the movement or whatever. And like that, the avatar, obviously, I mean, I just know from my own kids, you know, they love that idea, you know, and that can grow and develop, and as well as that, it's easy for you to make that the motivation piece as well, you know, let's see what you can do today. And again, like just linking into what Billy was saying about the diary and the buntings, you know, you could even add that little element to it every day as they were progressing through, you know. So yeah, I think it's just a great one because there's lots of them out there, obviously, but that one I think is very appropriate, and I think the time factor on that one is excellent, because you know when you go into it, you're not going to be there for, you know, 20 minutes, or, you know, it's short, it's snappy, they get their exercise done, and then you're moving on to the next activity. So you certainly could do 2, maybe 3 of them in the day, I think, with the student if they were enthused by it.
And I suppose it's really part of the, going back to that key message of having the young person involved, it's actually getting them onto the website Go Noodle themselves. Let them explore the website, looking at all of the different activities, and allowing them to put a plan in place themselves for things that are, and again, how much effort do you think that activity would take you? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I find that really, really difficult, 1 being that's so easy. And maybe looking at, well, will we pick something that you might find a little bit more challenging, but at the same time picking something that they're going to really enjoy. But you want to have again, remember this is a summer challenge. So you want to be pushing yourself a little bit, encouraging the young person to build their resilience skills. What we want to do is to build their capacity to re-engage with school, to build their capacity to be in a situation where they feel, oh, this is a little bit difficult, I'm a little bit nervous, I have that feeling in my tummy where I'm a little bit anxious, and push themselves a little bit through that. So that means we need them to experience moments of that in the programme so that they can be supported as they navigate through that. And then, do you remember yesterday when you were a bit nervous about doing that activity, and you did that activity and you were fine at the end of it? When might that happen in school, do you think? Always be trying to bring it back to building capacity in that kind of, that school context. So ideally when you're doing the physical activity, make sure that you can build in at least half an hour a day. And even if that's, 3 10-minute blocks, 5-minute blocks, 2 15 minutes, if a student loves the physical activity, build more of it into their day, absolutely no problem at all. So we're now going to move on and we're going to do some craft work. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 kind of very simple, adaptable craft pieces. And it's using the simple concept of bunting. And bunting is really, we're going to show you some samples now in a moment, but bunting is really just a way of creating like a wall hanging, but you can adapt it in very, very different ways. You can use very different sizes. You can make it very, very big, really huge bunting if you wanted. You can make really small bunting. You can be really, really detailed with it. You can be very casual with it. But it allows you to be as dynamic, as creative, and as interested in the activity as you want to do. But ideally, if you could use this in a way that helps navigate a skill or development of a skill or development of a capacity. In the first example, Anna's going to go through one which is using fabric, and we're going to start off using one just using paper because it's a really simple way of doing it.